My name is Bill Bradley. I'm an extreme endurance athlete. You know, I've done a triple Ironman. I biked across America and ran the world's toughest bike race in 16 days, 3,000 miles. I've swam 20 miles in the English Channel. I've been separated from the boat, like I couldn't see the boat in a storm. I have a world record. I've crossed the Grand Canyon 7 times, rim to rim, continuously. I've conquered some of the most extreme endurance events in the world. But there's one race I just can't seem to finish. The Arrowhead 135 is a 135-mile race in northern Minnesota. It goes down the Arrowhead snowmobile trail, and you don't see anything. We go 35 miles between checkpoints, and I won't see anything. And it's cold and it's dark. I've gone all night and never seen another person at minus 40 degrees. And if I get in trouble, I know that I could die. You are in the middle of nowheres. That's part of the race. You have to have the mental toughness to survive being in the middle of nowheres and seeing no people around for days.
Tonight, the coldest air in a generation is pouring across the upper Midwest.
So why not go outside and have a race this time of year?
A hearty aloha from sunny Minnesota.
Negative 66, folks. That's what it feels like this morning in Minnesota.
The Arrowhead 135 kicked off this morning, and Tim Blotz talked with the race director. He's actually saying that the colder the better for these guys.
Yeah,
this
and you're
is
one of the only
nuts.
people crazy enough to do this race too, Kelsey. That's why they have it, because of the cold. 146 people are racing either by foot or by bike or by skis. They come from all over the world too, and they kicked it all off in International Falls today.
I'm Ken Krieger. I'm the race director for Arrowhead Ultra 135. It's generally recognized as one of the hardest races on earth. It's a human-powered ultramarathon, run, bike, or ski from International Falls, Minnesota to Tower, Minnesota. One of the things that makes the race so tough is there's only 3 checkpoints. Each of the checkpoints has a cutoff time.
The cutoffs really make it challenging for me. And that's one of the reasons I haven't finished, is because I don't make the cutoffs at the checkpoints.
International Falls is nicknamed the icebox of the nation. We are the coldest city in the continental United States. A lot of years we'll get, minus 28, minus 30. We've been as low as minus 35. We intentionally do the race at the coldest time of the year. That's our goal.
The people that live in International Falls think we're crazy to go out there. When it's minus 40 degrees out there, they're all in their house, and we're out there racing. Who the hell wants to go out there except the crazy people?
I used to think about why I do this a lot when I would be in the event, in the heat of the moment, thinking like, why am I doing this? There's all kinds of hobbies that would be really pleasant to be doing right now instead of what I'm doing. I think it's incredibly empowering when you set out, you have a goal, you're not sure if you can finish it or not, or accomplish it, and you are able to finish it, because then afterwards you can look back and say, wow, I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do that. And now that I've had that experience, what else is there out there that I think is impossible and out of my league and I'm never going to be able to do? And maybe I could start working toward that as a longer term goal. Maybe it'll take years to get there, but it may be on the table. I think anybody could do the Arrowhead 135 who's motivated to plan and train. I think that there's relatively few individuals who are willing to do the work that it takes.
We require racers to qualify for Arrowhead 135. For runners, we require a 100-mile prior race. For skiers, a 100-mile skiing race. For bikers, a 100-mile off-road race or a 200-mile on-road race. Would an Ironman be a qualifier for Arrowhead? No. I've done Ironmans. They're great, great races. An Ironman is 17-hour cutoff. Arrowhead is 60 hours. Just the marathon part of an Ironman, you're going to have, the ones I've done is 28 aid stations just in the marathon, as opposed to Arrowhead where you're going to have 3 aid stations. One of them, all you're going to get is water.
To me, the Ironman was the end-all, be-all. It was the cream of the crop for endurance sports. But I've done 8 of those now. When I finished my first Ironman, it was a big deal, man. I teared up. It was a big deal. I called myself an Ironman for a long time until I started doing extreme endurance. And now I call myself an extreme endurance athlete because there is no comparison, like zero. You can grab an Ironman and throw them in Arrowhead. I'd be shocked if they made it. When I'm racing Ironman, I'm racing for a time. I'm not thinking about survival. When I'm doing Arrowhead, I'm thinking about survival. I'm just trying to make it. That's all. I'm just trying to finish and make it and stay alive.
You know, in an Ironman, you're going to have a lot of aid stations. And if you want to stop, you just stop. Arrowhead, if you just stop and it's 40 below or worse, you're in trouble. You're going to end up sleeping in the snow in your sleeping bag till somebody comes to get you. There's a lot more risk.
It's breezy, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we got a little flurry.
Grab this one?
Yep. I got this one, Bill. Yep.
As a person who lives in California, it's like going to Mars for me. International Falls, specifically, is like going to Mars. This Arrowhead race, this will be my 8th attempt. I've gone out for every reason you can imagine, man. I've had frostbite, I've been lost, I've been frozen. I met Mike in the race at like the 70-mile checkpoint. We were both in there at the same time. And Mike was just like, he knew his stuff, man, like really good. And I was like listening to him and he was just giving little tips and just, you know, but he ended up like he had really bad chafing that year. So he dropped out at 88 miles or something. Anyway, I went about another 10 miles and I had that trench foot again. Same thing I got in Death Valley. And the skin was off my feet, and I took a sleep break at like 98 miles, and I just couldn't stand up, you know. My feet had outswelled my shoes, and so I couldn't do it. But Mike and me have ever since then, we've been friends, and he's like really helped me a lot. I mean, he's like an expert in this cold.
You know, I've been living in the area my whole life. Other than time and service in school, I've always been there. And I know I know what extreme conditions are. And when I found out that they were holding this Arrowhead race, I thought, this is nuts. Somebody's gonna die. And I went to the race meeting, and Pierre was the race director. He says, guys, there's only one rule. Nobody dies. Because if you do, we're not gonna be able to hold the race again. And I went home that night and told my wife, I says, you know what? I'm not volunteering, but I'm going to be out there because I don't want to be responsible for somebody dying. The conditions are that extreme.
And so I came up 7 weeks before the race because 2 reasons. One was to work with Mike to keep fine-tuning my stuff. And the second reason I came up is to try and get a little more just comfortable in these temperatures. And so Mike, you know, kind of designed these sleepers like a toboggan.
So what I did is I made a jig and I laminated this wood. I used that UHMW plastic, okay? Now you can't buy that in the store. I had to special order that.
Wow.
It's the slipperiest plastic you can get. It's gonna be really good.
Really fast.
So Bill, this is it. I think we've come a long ways. You know, with all the previous equipment we used, I think we've eliminated a lot of the faults and errors. And so let's give them a real world test.
I love it, man.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready.
Before I started all this extreme endurance, I was in the video business. I was really successful. I mean, I'd had them for over 20 years. It was my identity. I was worth $5 million. I had a very attractive wife, 3 kids. They're all tops. I love them all, and I'm super proud of them. I tell them all the time I'm super proud of them. I had opened up our first store at 23 years old with credit cards. And I was one of 20,000 video stores in the United States. And by the end, we were in the top 20. And so when people say, oh, there's so many people doing that, you can't compete. I go, I can always compete, brother. I did it in the video business. But then the whole video industry had collapsed. By 45, I was bankrupt. My wife left me. You know, she left like the first week when I filed it. My whole life just got turned upside down. It was unbelievably devastating. When you have a $10 million chain, it doesn't end quick, man. It took like a year and a half. You know, they were just more people would come looking for more money. I really lost my confidence, everything. I mean, I went in a big depression. You know, you're just hemorrhaging money, and I went through all my cash I had and went through everything. And I think some of the worst was at the end, after we went bankrupt, you know, my wife was gone. I'm living in this house alone. My dad would call me every night, and he told me later, I said, why were you calling? I said, why'd you call so much, Dad? You never call. He says, oh, I just want to make sure you were still alive. Doing a suicide check or something. But it was like I was so desperate. I couldn't look people in the eyes. I was embarrassed about the bankruptcy. We were on the front page of the business section when we went. It was a big public bankruptcy, and I couldn't look people in the face. I was just looking down, and I'd had a lot of pride before that on how well we had done. And I had talked about doing a 50-mile race for a long time, but I never did it because of ego, you know? I was worried about not finishing. And then my buddy had said, he said, hey, the perfect race would be tomorrow, you know, for your first 50-miler. And I woke up at like 2 in the morning, and it was like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. I literally said, sometimes you got to say, what the fuck? And I went out there and ran 50 miles like my life depended on it. Because it did. Because I finally did something that I felt good about again. And I just remember, I go, this is nothing compared to being in that bankruptcy. And I was able to look people in the eye after that, and it started building my confidence. So of course I go, wow, if 50 feels this good, I wonder what 100 would feel like. And then I wonder what 135 would feel like in the desert. I wonder what 100 would feel like in Alaska. And then finally, boy, I wonder what 135 would feel like in northern Minnesota, International Falls, the Arrowhead 135.
That's what I want to see, is what you consider a good spot.
Right.
So we're going to pull off the trail and do a test.
Yeah, we'll just kind of go through it.
Okay.
Yeah, see what you think. We'll just drop our harnesses.
Okay.
We'll step in and kind of get the site slightly prepped. But see, this is nice because there's no, you notice the wind, there's no wind?
Right, I like that part.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let's kind of set up in here, Bill. They see there's some, looks like some stumps or something there. You know, and that's the deal with the race. You actually have to be off the trail. It'd be nice to bivvy right on the trail, you know, where there's no snow to deal with. But
right.
Safety reasons, you have to be off the trail. We're clearing a nice little spot. So I'd like to just set out my flashing lights out a little bit away from where I'm bivvying, so that gives the people a heads up that there's someone there. This is a multi-use trail. We got snow machines and everything else coming. So you got to be off the trail at all times when you sleep.
Gotcha.
But then when you get your site kind of prepped a little bit, take your sled, pick it up, and knock all that snow off it. We don't need to heat that up. The other thing too, you can almost slide a little bag under by your sled for your feet and stuff. Then what I like to do, Bill, like I said, before you get in your bag and stuff, or when you're getting in, I took off my hard shell, you know?
Yeah.
Get that out of the way so I can move. Okay. And then what I like to do, Bill, is I just set my gear bag that I pulled my sleeping bag out, really close to my sled so I can put my shoes and stuff in there, any of my other clothes, so they don't get full of snow. I've spent so many nights in this. You know you got good gear, you know. How you doing there, Bill?
Great. My old sleeping bag, I used to sleep for about an hour, and then I would start shivering and have to go. But I thought that that was just how it worked. What somebody told me how they do the ratings, like minus 20 does not mean you're gonna be comfortable. It just means you're gonna live. So you can sit there and shiver all night long, and they go, yep, it's rated, but these are actually, this is a minus 40 bison bag. You are not shivering all night long.
You know what? It's the best investment you'll make. You know, you hear people talking about, is it really worth it? It's like, well, you know, what is your life worth? You know?
My buddy Ray, he's usually a top finisher. He can do it with no sleep, right? He can go 40 hours with no sleep. I tried going with no sleep 2 years ago. I ended up walking down the trail backwards, and I ran into a girl who was behind me, and she goes, Bill, you're going the wrong way. So now I sleep. Otherwise, I'd just be finishing at the start from that year.
You know, over the years, from competing in the race and doing it, you kind of learn what works, what doesn't work. And it's kind of nice, like I said, sharing what I've learned, you know, with other people that are interested in learning something and can appreciate it, you know. I think it's going to help get you to the finish this year.
I love it.
I think it's going to work good for you.
Yeah, so I went and cleaned out the junk food out of the junk food aisle.
Awesome.
So we got all of our favorite food in hopes that we're going to want to eat it.
The one time a year we get to eat whatever we want.
Right, exactly.
And then you got a 10, you have an energy thing in there that's 10, and a Thunder Cookie 250, so you're at 704.
So you can see 12 hours.
So you're estimating 12 hours.
Yep.
At 250 calories an hour.
Yep.
That's 3,000 calories.
Yep.
Okay.
With the food that we bring, it all needs to be bite-sized. Imagine that you took a cookie and put it in the freezer overnight, and then the next day you take it out, that frozen cookie, which is just really hard to deal with. So we just cut everything up into bite-sized pieces so we can just put it in our mouths and kind of melt it in your mouth and then chew it up.
Yeah, so you have about 1,700 calories right now, and you need 3,500. So
Okay.
you're almost halfway there.
Okay. My husband Jure is also gonna bike the Arrowhead, and we've both been doing this for many years.
So we're both scientists, and we kind of sort of take a scientific approach to this and do calculations and weigh out the food and make really sure that we've got exactly what we think we need.
Yeah. Whereas a lot of other racers will just fill a Ziploc bag full of food and have a gut feel that that's going to be enough to get them through. The food that I bring is primarily what you'd find in a vending machine. The reason for that is because I've done a lot of other distance cycling. The longest bike event that I've done is Tour Divide. That's a 2,700 mile race. It's not feasible to carry enough food for the whole event. You know, if you're out for a month, you're going to stop at a gas station every day and keep moving. So I'm used to eating, you know, junk food. Fritos, Bugles, Oreos, those are some of my favorite things to eat.
I've lived in International Falls 34 years now. This is some of the coldest weather I've ever seen. The forecast for tomorrow's race is to continue with brutal, brutal cold. I think I saw 44 below today, and so we have this polar vortex going on. They're closing schools. People are advised to just not be outside. So you know it's going to be bad, and that's just part of it. And that's part of why they're here.
Bill, we sure got it this year. It's gonna be an easy one, only minus 50 this year.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Before racers can start the race, we check all of their mandatory gear to make sure that they have it. We literally get people from around the world for this race, and some have never seen conditions that they might see on Arrowhead Trail, like 40 degrees below zero. So it can be dangerous to the racers not to have the survival gear.
Am I 13?
Almost my whole life, 13's been lucky. Because I got paid on the 15th, so Friday the 13th is
Oh, I keep
always
getting this
payday.
number, man.
It's a
lucky.
lucky number.
It's lucky. That's why I keep getting it.
1 ounce on your front.
Okay.
Have a racer bag.
One more time, man.
See you at the finish line.
It's gonna be fun, man.
We started out 15 years ago with 10 racers, and now we sell out normally in a couple hours. We cap it at about 180. The intent of that is we want solitude on the trail, so we want people to be alone. I mean, it's absolutely fine to partner up, but if there's 1,000 people on the trail, it becomes a totally different race.
Hey, how are you doing? Give me a hug.
Hanging out in International Falls?
For 7 weeks.
I know, right?
We're showing up and suffering again. Good to see you, man.
I think me and you, how long have you been coming? Forever? From the very beginning?
14.
I'm 10.
My first year that I did the race, I was really lucky, and I finished it and I won it. You know, and I'm a young guy, and I think it's so cool to win a race. And there's just 2 of us that finished. You know, so I beat Jim.
So John's won this thing twice.
At least, I don't know.
At least.
I'm not keeping track.
He's awesome, man.
I'm not keeping track.
The reason with the gear check is to keep you alive. So you're required to have a minimum amount of food, a minimum amount of gear that is basically the basics to keep you alive. So you gotta have a sleeping bag, you gotta have so much water, you gotta have so much emergency food that you never get into in case a big storm blows in and you're stuck, or you get lost and you're out there for like 2 days.
Here's an oxymoron concept for you. Flatland mountaineering. And I roll it all up.
The sleeping bag that I use, the gloves that I use, you could use the same equipment on Mount Everest. Fact is, it would be required on Mount Everest.
A lot of the principles that you would apply to mountaineering, you're going to apply to this race. If you don't bring along all the stuff, then you might not have what you need for self-rescue. But if you bring too much stuff, that might weigh you down, create an emergency that you wouldn't have had otherwise, and now you're in a whole world of trouble even though you have the things you need. To get to the summit and die on the way down is really not too glorious. That's the way I look at winter ultra racing.
Minus 20 degrees.
All right, great. The joke is that, if I don't put this in there, I could die. But if I don't put this in there, I could die. And if I don't put this in, I could die. And then all of a sudden you got a 40-pound sled. My sled is always around 40 pounds. But I've got better odds of not dying.
So we'll start with your sleeping gear.
Okay.
Minus 20 sleeping bag.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Headlamp. And then your blinkies too. Fire starter. I love it. 3,000 calories.
This is 2,700, and then I have 2 granola bars that are 150 each, so it's 3,000. I figure it makes more sense to have calories that I actually want to eat.
Well, I got good news and bad news.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in.
Give me that, you big stud, man. I really appreciate your energy every year.
Well, maybe some year I'll come swim the English Channel with you or something.
Can I have your attention, please? Couple things I want to make sure that everybody understands. No outside help for any racers unless it's from a volunteer or at a checkpoint. It's a brutal cold forecast. This is going to be one of our coldest arrowheads. Somebody's going to get frostbite. I hate to say it, but it's going to happen. So be careful for that. If you get frostbite, we're going to pull you. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's what's going to happen.
when Ken gave the safety talk and it was supposed to be like minus 40 degrees out there, even all these super experienced racers, dead quiet. Everybody was paying attention. Everybody was nervous. Minus 40 degrees. They were nervous.
My biggest fear going into the event is frostbite, because I know of people who have a ton of experience doing these sorts of things and it still gets them.
I didn't really know what frostbite was until I got it. I've had it twice out at Arrowhead, major enough to knock me out of the race. I've had it so bad before, it's like a cold burn, that I had one of my thumbs turn black when I was climbing Mountain Alley, and I had to go to 3 doctors until one told me I wasn't going to lose my thumb. They would all hem and haw, and so I kept getting more opinions till one said, "You're not going to lose it." I go, "That'll be the last opinion." I put a glove on it. I never showed it to another soul till it healed up. And it hurt for months. I mean, it's like literally like burning yourself on a stove or something really bad.
Tomorrow morning, check-in will be 6:15 to 7 o'clock. Bikes will start at 7 o'clock, skiers at 7:02, foot people 7:04. There is no advantage to get there early.
There's not much wind, it doesn't seem right now, Bill.
Right, so we're not going to start out with a heavy jacket. A few days before the race, we heard the polar vortex, which is a historic cold, is going to hit right during the Arrowhead.
A dangerous and deadly polar vortex.
Polar vortex.
Polar vortex.
Between the frostbite that can set in less than 5 minutes and hypothermia, you do not mess around with this kind of cold. We brought our thermometer out again this morning, and it quickly dropped here to 30 degrees below zero. That's not accounting for the wind chill, which is actually at minus 52 right now.
Midwesterners were so upset, they almost started cursing. Yeah.
Gosh darn it! It's flippin' freezing!
We were thinking like, this sucks. This sucks, but this is Arrowhead. And Arrowhead's gonna test you like you've never been tested.
Yep. I sort of was.
Oh, here we go. Woo! Woo!
Skiers up in 1 minute. Skiers, 1 minute.
Ho, ho, ho.
Where are we?
Right here.
Right here. The skier. How's it going?
Carl?
Good. Who's under there? Bill. Hey, Bill. Good to see you. Yep. Your name? Carl. Carl. Okay. Yep. All right, skiers, release the hounds. Here we go. All right, runners, have a great time. Release the hounds.
Okay.
Who is that? This is us? That's us, yeah. Good luck, Bill.
Hey, you too, thank you.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo! Okay.
I like to start kind of in the back. It gives me a chance to warm up a little bit and then see everyone as the day unfolds as I pass a few people here and there. Nice opportunity to catch up with people. It's a long race, you have plenty of time to get where you're going.
You can't measure in a lab before Arrowhead and say, yeah, this person's going to finish in this time or they're even going to finish. You see it over and over again. A lot of times the best athletes will just quit.
The mental toughness in a race like this is, ultimately probably the most important. You can be physically fit, and if your mind goes to another place, your body follows. And especially in the middle of the night, minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you're like, this sucks. And you're gonna be in the hurt cave for a while.
In my opinion, it's the toughest race in the world. Some of the other racers have done a lot more ultras than I have of different types, and it seems to be the consensus that this is the toughest. I've done the quadruple Badwater in Death Valley when it was 135 degrees Fahrenheit. That's extreme heat compared to extreme cold. The biggest thing in Death Valley is you do have a van and a crew next to you that if you get in trouble, you can get in the van and cool off. In Arrowhead, the only time you think you have a crew is when you're hallucinating, because it's you out there by yourself.
I'm like probably 50 minutes ahead of my schedule. I was a little concerned when it started really snowing hard. I was like, oh no, always something at Arrowhead. But it slowed down a little bit since then. So I'm feeling better. But I just kept saying to myself, all I can do is my best, and my best is enough. So if it dumps a foot of snow, that's all I can do is my best, and my best is good enough. And I just relaxed. And then it quit snowing so hard.
This year, it's toter, harder, more of a challenge, so then it brings it out of me. My goal is just to finish. If I finish in 48 or 44, I'll be happy. That's what I'm looking at.
About 20 miles in, cold as of now, and we'll see, but a lot can change the next 12 to 30 some hours, I guess. You know, growing up, you think about the stuff you read, and you think of how crazy it is, and you know, you get to a point where you just realize that you can do it too if you put your mind to it.
There have been times in a lot of other events where I've thought, I'm not gonna make it. first time I rode 100 miles in a gravel bike race. I started out, it was way further than I'd ever biked. I was way in over my head. So it's 100 miles long. I spent from about mile 20 to mile 50 with the story in my head, where am I gonna quit and how am I gonna drop out? And am I gonna come off the course and call my husband, ask him to pick me up, or am I just gonna bike back to my house? Like, I was trying to figure out how I was gonna quit. And then before I knew it, I was at the midpoint. And it was just as far to bike home as it was to bike to the finish. And so I thought, shoot, I've already made it halfway. Like, maybe if I just stick with it, I can make it the whole way. I'm just gonna do that. So there are definitely times when you think like, okay, yeah, there's just no way. So really, it is primarily mental and really based on a commitment to finishing, because when you feel exhausted and feel kind of done with it, and like maybe it's not possible anymore, you know, your body will still be there for you. I realized that self-doubt is a lie, because that's just something that your brain is telling you that has no basis in reality and serves no purpose other than to keep you safe from taking risks.
Welcome to Gateway 172.
12:10. Are you guys outside because we don't have to go inside now?
Right.
No, we're out here.
Your face looks good. How are the fingers and toes holding up?
Doing fine.
Hey, they're still moving.
Yep, still moving.
Have fun.
This is frozen in my face, though.
Don't tell us that. Number 9, how you feeling? You're a lot less frosty than most people.
Oh, yeah?
How you feeling?
I'm good. Yeah, never better. It's a gorgeous day in the woods.
You look great.
Thanks. It was the wrong gearing, that's for darn sure.
Uh-oh.
So if the snow comes down, it's gonna be tough. It's too stiff.
Number 112.
Welcome to Gateway.
160 checking out.
Joe, how you doing, man?
Good. You look awesome.
Oh, really? A little frosty, you know. Good kind of morning, though. Good to see you, man.
I don't see any frostbites.
I don't think so. I got all 3 of my fingers.
Outstanding.
Yeah. I feel icy. Icier than I should be.
There were some shitty parts of the trail where you were kind of like wandering all over, you know. But all in all, solid, man.
Right on.
Yeah. Haven't seen many people though. I was riding with Leah.
There's
She's
Leah.
right there.
There's Leah. Leah's in and out.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Yep. Awesome.
You staying in?
There is a lot of good food in Gateway Store. That one is a little bit easier to pass through without going inside, only because it's still early in the event and you're not tired enough and craving real food so much.
You guys look awesome.
Yeah.
So your wife's in second place right now, leaving gas station.
She's doing awesome.
Yeah, she is.
She's cranking it.
How do you feel?
Oh, pretty good.
So already all you get is 3 checkpoints. A couple years ago, we added the unsupported option where people can go with no help whatsoever. So you go to a checkpoint, all you can do is say, hey, I'm Ken Krieger, number 56, I'm unsupported. See ya. No warming up, no water, no food, no nothing. So that makes it even incredibly harder.
Unsupported 122.
59.
You're unsupported if you No, want. he's they- supported.
unsupported.
He's supported. The other guy's unsupported. That's what I meant.
You don't want to support me?
No. He'll I'll even help give you a all hug if you ask.
Oh, that'd be great.
No. Get
There's
inside,
soup and
get
stuff inside
Great.
if you want to go in and defrost a little bit.
Sounds good.
Am I supposed to walk in there?
Nope. You're supposed to get on your bike and get the hell out of here.
Okay. You doing it unsupported? Yeah, unsupported. Can you explain real quick? What does that mean? Carry all my food and water, all the gear that I need to make water and make food. Out in the elements the whole way. What's the plan for the rest of the race? My plan is to survive. That's about it.
First skier. All right. Leg one. Who is this?
Hey Joe, it's Carl.
141. Hey, Carl. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome.
Glad to be here.
You're the first skier in. Does that surprise you? Probably have beat quite a few cyclists too. Did you pass some?
Nothing surprises me today.
Yeah.
It was a lonely trail this morning. Like I'm in between a bunch of people, but all by myself.
Yeah.
It was a lot of quiet time for Carl.
So how's Carl taking that?
He's glad to see you guys.
We're glad to see you too.
Oh!
So the checkpoint's inside.
All right,
I'm
I'll do
gonna
it.
tell them that your time in is 125.
Okay, copy. 125 is a little behind my schedule, but we'll take it.
Thank you.
Number 33. Welcome to Gateway.
Beef stew.
No, we don't yet. We can search by the beer in 20 minutes.
Energy. Fuel the furnace.
Okay. That was good.
It's interesting, this conditions with the skiing. It's angular snow underneath your skis. It's cold, you know, it's like sand, and then the sprinkle of snow coming out of the sky is actually making it worse. It adds even more angles to the snow that want to grab your skis and slow you down. It might do the same to the bike tires too, I'm not sure.
Good race?
Yeah, not too bad. Temps are just fine, so.
Is there anyone close behind you?
Yeah, there's a guy from Serbia pretty close.
Okay.
Motor in.
I'm sorry.
Ahoy.
So you see it's double insulated bottle, but even that can't help. It's like very low temperature, but the trail is good for running, hiking for now. We will see what's happened later.
What happened with the water you brought from the start?
The half is freeze, the half I drink.
Are you? You're not leaving, right?
Yes.
What's your number?
58.
Did you say 58?
58.
Okay.
Got it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Boy, you weren't here long.
Well, what makes this race so tough is you sign up 6 months ago and you have no idea if there's gonna be a lot of snow, no snow, if it's gonna be cold. There's no really way to practice for any of this. It's International Falls with a negative 30-degree temperature. There's not too many places in the country you can get out there and use your gear. At mile 30, my water bottle froze. Going into the first checkpoint, I sat down and almost started crying, thinking, you know, I was disappointing a lot of people. Came to a 135-mile race and, you know, I'm about ready to tap out at mile 30. So I crawled into Gateway and, you know, ate, changed, and kind of got re-energized and went back out and have been just hammering through it ever since.
All right, guys. See you at Mel George, if not before. A little drier, more energy. Ready for the next leg.
When I'm really, really suffering, I'll start using some brain strategy to get me to the next checkpoint. I think about my kids. My kids are now in their 30s, but I always want to set an example for them, and I always told them since they were little kids, you know, follow your dreams and never quit. When the video industry went under, or when my store went bankrupt, I viewed myself as a failure. I didn't say I had a great run. I felt like I was a loser then because I went from being a multi-millionaire to bankruptcy like overnight. I think for about 5 years I was in the victim role. You know, like it just sucked. It was like the whole video industry collapsed, you know, and I was just this big victim. When you're in the victim role and all you do is complain, you go nowheres. You stay right frickin' where you are, man. That's a lesson. Don't frickin' complain, just frickin' take action. It freaked me out so much, that bankruptcy, that I couldn't even take action until about 5 years. And a lot was because I do want to be something to my kids, you know? I always want to be something that they look up to. I think when my confidence dropped on myself, their respect for me dropped. But here I was, you know, in this high level in the video business, and then I'm down here, you know, fighting for every penny with the bankruptcy and all the stuff that we went through on that. And I just didn't like them seeing me down there. I just want to show them that their dad's coming back, man, you know. I'm a huge guy that believes in walking your frickin' talk. You're not sitting there on the remote control, having a beer, telling your kids to go out and run a 5K. You're frickin' out there doing it, man. And that's what they see, and that's what they respect. You know what I mean? I'm showing them. Arrowhead frickin' has killed me, man. Literally on that trail, almost. I've had some really tough battles out there, and I want to show them, like, life will kick your teeth in, man. And you just keep going towards your goals. You don't quit. Period.
I'm unsupported. You can't get into the checkpoints, warm up, get food down there. Just basically you're on your own. No help at all. What makes it tough is mainly because of this guy. You need to carry all your emergency equipment, and you're dragging this sled for like 60 hours. It's the toughest. For me, it has a special thing. It was my first winter race, so it's like my first girlfriend. So coming back here to Minnesota and doing this, it's just special for me. It's special for me. I'm from Las Vegas, so this I don't get to see this at all. So yeah, it's a special moment for me. 60 hours here at the trail. Yeah, love it. I just started skiing. I learned how to ski last November, and I told my kids that I'm gonna be staring at that thing for 60 hours. So just write whatever they want, or draw whatever they want in there. So I'll think of them. I can't look anywhere else. I need to concentrate on one ski ahead, the other one. If I start looking somewhere else, I'll fall. I already went to the ground 3 times. So yeah, I need to concentrate on the skis.
Look at him, Jordan. There they go. All right. Woo! Good job, good job. Number 24. Number 8. You're supported or unsupported? Supported or unsupported?
I can't go inside.
How are you guys doing
You
for
guys don't need me to
frostbite?
go inside?
Anything
I'm
numb?
good.
Anything numb?
Nope.
There's real cheese in there. Yeah, well.
You gotta stay here and touch everybody. Got boiled water. Camelback froze.
You suck down that grilled cheese?
Did you want one for the road?
No. Thank you, Ro.
You're welcome, but don't tell your friends I offered you one.
Oh, why don't you want a light?
This Camelback roast hasn't had any water. So I felt like the 3 amigos. I'm sitting there drinking water, and he's just like.
Is he boiling water now? Right now?
Outside, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Do you want a Coca-Cola? We have a Diet Coke now.
I'm good.
Looking good.
Thank you.
I think Dave's down there with the other book too.
All right.
24 out.
There's an interesting phenomenon, particularly at checkpoint number 2. First of all, there's a time warp. I don't know how the time passes so fast when you're finally warm and comfortable and eating, but it does. Just getting to Mount George's, it feels like it was maybe 15 minutes ago, but it's probably been closer to a half hour. My strategy was to not sit down because it can be really easy to get sucked into the couch. Making good time. I'm hoping that we can get this next section done as fast as I've ever done it before. And then hopefully finish sometime around sunrise, I'm guessing, if things go according to plan, and you never know what's gonna come up.
Hey, Fred.
Well, coming in. Thank you.
Can I get anything started for you? Grilled cheese. And
Oh
steak
yeah,
and
if you're
chocolate
doing
milk
that.
or Coke or
I would love that so much.
any of it. Just
Yeah,
whatever I throw in front of you.
All that stuff.
I'm
yeah,
on it.
Yeah.
How was the grilled cheese? Oh, it's the best grilled cheese in the world. The best soup in the world. See ya.
To leave Mel George's requires a tremendous amount of motivation. You only leave that comfort of checkpoint 2 if you are committed to finishing. If you're not 100% committed to finishing, you can find any kind of an excuse.
The number one mistake I see people making to not make it to the finish line is quitting when they don't have to. We have a lot of drops at checkpoints. So you're suffering, you get to a checkpoint, it's warm, there's people in there, there's food, there's water. You don't have to suffer anymore. It's a mental thing. And they're okay to keep going, but they don't.
My race is done. I left here this morning and I was out there for over 3.5 hours and I couldn't warm up. And I don't know why, this is probably fatigue or metabolism or whatever, but I didn't want to risk getting frostbite, so I turned around and came back. So my day is done, which is sad, but I have all my toes, which is great.
Does everyone in here know where they're going, or at least have a plan?
Well,
Oh, so close.
watch those poles here.
I made it up to Mel George, went inside, and after an hour, decided that I had to call it.
Strap this over. Put the straps on.
Yes, please. I'm cold, like I never saw in my life. But I'm really happy because normally I have asthma. With cold weather, for now I'm doing great. It's the hardest race from my life, and I did a lot of tough 200 miles race. Hey, Kay.
Okay.
I'm not have asthma. I'm great.
You're okay?
Yeah, no asthma at all.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, it kept me.
Are you coming in or going out?
No, I go out.
She needs her
My
reflector.
belt.
Oh, yeah.
My belt is very reflex. Over here. Yes,
Pull tight.
too tight.
That's okay.
The temperatures are brutal today. You know, 17 below for the high. It's going to get colder. Wind chills are 40, 45 below. It's nasty conditions because the temperature is so cold. The snow, nothing moves.
Where I need to go? The race is here. I need to go, but where is the way?
Goes up here.
Okay. Thank you.
I had no dry clothes. It was too tough to push that sled. The hills on this second half are tougher and longer and more brutal, so it's not. It wasn't prudent for me in these conditions to continue.
See you in the finish line.
Good luck.
You know, I've called Arrowhead before. It's the can opener. It cracks you open, it exposes everything, it brings you to the brink. There's revelations, there's tears, There's, 3 hours straight of sobbing on the trail, going back and forth from, feeling fine one second to, it's just, it does something. It hits a nerve.
I spend some of the time out there thinking about some things that I've done in the past with regret, like just in my, personal life or work life, and kind of dwell on some of those things. Also, at certain points in the event, I fall into what I call a pit of despair, which is kind of this like horrible feedback downward spiral.
When I'm in that really tough or really dark moment and you're looking for things to mentally to latch onto, to propel you. A lot of it's a mind game and a meditation, and it's kind of fun. After you've done it a few times, it's something that you actually kind of play with. And one of the interesting things about it, sometimes I don't really enjoy a race until it actually gets really hard, because that's where you start to learn and explore and feel out these things that you just can't do without that level of discomfort.
Wow, I'm really going slow. I mean, it's cold and it's dangerous, but I'm still thinking like, okay, you did a lot of training, just give it everything you got, grind it out. The polar vortex is hitting, it's -50, everything's against you, but just give it everything you got. I mean, it could be all of a sudden you get this great energy and you feel super, and you just don't know what's gonna happen out there. People go like, why do you do these ones that you're not finishing? Why do you keep going back to the English Channel 5 times? Why do you go to Arrowhead 8 times? Why do you go up Denali like 4 times and you haven't finished any of them? Because that's what I'm supposed to show you guys, man. You don't quit, and I will eventually make these things. They're the hardest things in the world, but you know what? I keep improving a little bit, and I keep improving, and I'm eventually gonna make these things. But I don't quit, and I don't care what other people think. I mean, I've worked hard at that. I don't care that they think, maybe I should quit and give it up. I just don't. I'm showing them, don't quit. I'm gonna finish Arrowhead or go to my grave trying.
I was pulling my sled down the trail, and I kind of felt a jolt in my sled, and I looked back and there was a rabbit sitting on my bag, and I didn't think much, I didn't think that was really weird, but the weirdest part was the rabbit was Australian, and asked me what I was doing, and I said, I'm going to Tower in a race, and kind of gave me the business of, why aren't you going faster? He said he could go much faster than I could, and I said, well, if you get out of my sled, maybe I could go faster. And I don't know if that rabbit was on drugs or drunk, but it wasn't very nice, so I shoot him off. And about 15 minutes later, he comes back and jumps back on my sled again and starts giving me the business. So it's been a crazy day.
2 years ago at Arrowhead, I was hallucinating, and it was like, when I hallucinate, I don't see like girls in bikinis on a beach. I come up and I go, oh my God, there's a guy hanging from that tree with his hands behind his back. And I go, oh no, who would hang somebody out here? And then I get all the way up there and I go, oh damn, it's just a tree.
I think your mind just fills stuff in, when you get kind of loopy. And so, you see people, like I saw cyclists and zombies and physicians all standing next to the trail. In the dark, the snow is kind of human looking, the big like lumps you got everywhere. So that's kind of wild, kind of trippy.
gotta be ready to blow the horn and ring some bells and come out of here. We got a job to do.
What pros?
Everything. That's whiskey there. It's frozen solid.
Oh my god.
We had to bring the water inside the tent.
So we had 146 start, and I think 65 had dropped already.
Except for you, Thor.
This is probably our coldest Arrowhead, and people, I mean, they love that challenge. Most people don't want to be here for the easy years. They want the bragging rights of being here for the hard years.
Welcome. You look like champions, man. There's
There's got hot chocolate or coffee or what?
We got hot water and whiskey and a tent and a fire. The tent is warm, so.
Is there something warm to drink?
Yeah, we have warm water in there.
Where is the next runner?
You guys
are
the first two. Oh, behind us?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Thank you so much.
I smell like
Oh no.
animal.
You're okay. There's some guys. There was 3 guys in here earlier, and they were terrible. I couldn't even stand in here with them. And a couple, and one of them might have peed themselves.
That's a different level, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Beaver gloves?
Yeah, only this could
Yeah.
help, nothing else.
Really?
Yeah. Last year when I ran Yukon, I have several high-tech, I think the priciest gloves and mittens on planet.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got frostbite and amputation because of that, you know. But with this...
Lost the end of your finger?
What?
Lost the end of your finger?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Beaver gloves? These are much better?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
You don't need anything, you know. You see.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, and they look, and your hands don't look clammy either.
No, because inside it's warm but breathable. I never see something like this. Even when Arctic wasn't like this.
That's a lot of breath.
Yeah.
Alright, I think our whiskey's warmed up. I think it back outside. Oh yeah, warm whiskey. There we go.
Problem is, you get closer to the end, nothing really looks good anymore for food, right?
I'm so hungry, but I don't like anymore like this.
A nut roll? Try a little bit?
What is that?
It's a little frozen, but...
Mm.
You can spit it out if you want. I won't be offended.
You know, when we stop, we only have a couple minutes to get stuff out of our sled because within 2 or 3 minutes, you're gonna be hypothermic and shaking. It's that cold, and there's no room for error with the hands, you know. You take your hands or your liner gloves and you keep those out just a little too long, and you're gonna end up with frostbite, which, you know, is really your fingers and thumb is burned from the cold.
Sorry, I dropped.
No, don't be sorry. You're great out there. Let me see your fingers, okay?
That is so cold.
Cold right now?
Yes. I need more fire.
Does you have an extra jacket laying around that I can put behind her just to block the cold back here? Sure. Yeah, heaters it off. Ooh, that's a nice jacket.
Thank you.
So we gotta do is warm them up really slow.
I'm scared to see my feet. It's burning.
Yeah, they're gonna start burning pretty soon here.
I can't believe.
You'll be alright.
I'm so sad.
No. You did great. You did amazing.
I worked so hard. Never choose out here, right? I fix my asthma really good.
Whenever you're ready, I got soup.
I want some.
It's very warm.
My fingers hurt more now because I'm close to fire.
That's good.
I waited all night for this soup.
I got a good picture of you.
Now a good picture.
No, I got a good
now
one.
I feel like a monster.
There you go, here's her face.
It's me?
Mm-hmm.
My eyes that size?
No.
Oh my god.
Ken, you want to take a look at this?
I couldn't. King. I'm so sorry.
You're okay?
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
Okay, it's gonna hurt for a while.
Yeah, they're gonna hurt.
How's the other one?
It's bad. You can talk. It's bad, right? But I'm not lost, no? My fingers. I not will lose.
No, but it's gonna hurt.
When it starts to get dark, you know hell is coming down on you, man. You know it's coming. As soon as that sun goes down, man, the temperature just drops. There's times when I've been out there in Arrowhead for 12 hours, pitch black, super cold, never saw a soul all night. And that loneliness when it's so cold and you're in danger, you know, if you do something wrong, it's an extra level, man. It's really, really tough. So it's minus 50 now. I mean, I'm having nothing but trouble out there. I'm just struggling, and I'm as sick as a dog. I knew I was in big trouble, but I'm still like, what can I do? How can I make it? That's all I'm thinking.
I don't think I need the bug screen tonight.
It's got so much salt in it. I know, it's really foolish.
It's not good.
That's fine. One for me.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
Pickles.
That's nasty.
I know. A lot of nasty habits.
I've got further than I did last year, so we're on the final checkpoint, Surly. I've got about another 22 miles. I'm just warming up, and I feel good. I feel good about finishing. If I can get warm, then I feel as I'm going to be successful.
Coming into this race, I knew it was probably going to be negative 22, but this morning, knowing that it was going to be another cold and long day, I opted to put some tape on my face in order to protect it from the wind that I knew we'd be exposed to and kind of help prevent frostbite rather than waiting to treat it later. Ooh, why is that wet?
That was my
from where it spilled?
Camelback.
You should dry that out before we go if you're going to wear it again.
I've got to.
Yeah, we can't leave right away if that's that wet.
Why go to the limits so far? Why torture yourself out there?
It separates you from the ordinary. That's what it does. It separates you from being normal.
For me, I guess I'm not interested in living my life on the couch, so any opportunity to really push myself and create new stories and new pieces to my life, that seems far more interesting than doing something like going to the mall or buying things you don't need. I'm less interested in that and more interested in experiences and seeing how far you can really push.
Welcome.
Is there any way for me to not go in there?
Yeah, I'll go.
That'd be best. That's a bad place for racers.
Yeah.
You know that.
Okay.
Good luck, dude.
Yeah, you see it. That's the cave of comfort.
You got warm though?
Yeah, it'll be warm. I'm boiling more, but
Awesome. Yeah, it doesn't need to be hot by any means. Thanks a ton. It's been real sustained cold this year. Some years it's gets cold for a little bit, but this year it's kind of been cold from start to end. So it's definitely a different dynamic when it's like that. All right, guys.
Yeah, man.
I gotta go
Do your
before
thing,
I
buddy.
get cold. Moving is key.
Do your thing, buddy. Stay moving.
Thanks so much. Just keep putting stuff in my kangaroo pouch here and keep getting it out and eating it. As much as I like it here, I'm not getting in that teepee.
I know, it's the comfort cave.
Teepee
You
of
don't want to
despair.
be there. It's too easy to fall a trap.
Teepee of despair.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to my bed in my hotel room.
Delightful.
That sounds pretty appealing.
Just go ahead and walk there.
After a nice walk through a bog.
Yeah.
27-mile walk through a bog. You guys know what the temp's supposed to be
what
tonight?
does it say? It's something like 30 below.
Yeah, it's buried at -20. It's as far as it goes. It's the wrong thermometer for this.
It's not an Arrowhead one.
It's gonna go 30 below, or it is?
Yeah, it's gonna.
Any chance I'll have any company out there? No one just left or anything?
No one just left.
All right, well, I'll be lonely then. All right, guys, thank you.
We're with you.
See you guys later.
Another incoming.
Oh boy. No one's in here.
It's a serious.
I thought there was a heater in here.
Yeah.
No heater?
Heater, right here.
Yeah.
Where?
Big box in the middle.
I don't know, I feel like it. Oh, boy.
So what makes this race so tough is that it's long. You're riding on snow, which is slow. Your bike is heavy because you have all this gear on it, and obviously it's so cold. You take your gloves off to do something, and you then take the next 45 minutes warming up your fingers because they've gone numb. So you combine all of those things together, make it the toughest race I've ever done.
You're good.
got him checked in right before the cutoff. So three minutes to spare. It's pretty rough. I mean, my body's been tired. I mean, I was pretty much hoping that by the time, I've had little spurts where I felt good since that Tuscobia race, which was a month ago. I really thought I would recover from it, but it was 37 hours and my body's just not right. It's tired. I mean, I'm 2 hours slower into this checkpoint than I was last year, so. But I got in 3 minutes before the cutoff, and so I'm gonna go out there and battle some more. I'm gonna eat. I just ate, drank, get some sleep, and then who knows? You never know. I might feel like $1 million. I'm gonna go up the trail just a little ways and sleep for at least 2 to 3 hours, probably 3 hours, and then just do the best I can do. I have to try to get some energy. Oh my goodness.
Hey guys, can you cut for a minute? So Bill, you got a heart of a lion, and we had a hell of a push. Getting in here, and that temperature's really dropping.
Right.
I think that idea of getting out just a little bit and sleeping and getting up, because we're going to get into those massive hills. I mean, and the temperature really dropped. I think right now, while we have the crew and stuff here, I think this would be a good place to call it on this one. It was a hell of an effort. Yeah.
Yeah, my body's shutting down.
It's shutting down.
Yeah,
I think it would be the smart thing to do, Bill.
Too depleted.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, that was it's a brutal race. Yeah, let's get you inside, Bill. Come on over here.
I just feel it,
So the thing is, Bill, it's only going to get brutal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the sliding stuff in the back. Get some more miracle.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Through the flag, through the flag. 33, 36.
How you feel?
That's over.
The lead biker, Jordan Wakely, broke the record by close to an hour and a half. That's not even human. And at that speed, so brutal cold, at that speed, he's adding like 20 degrees to his windshield. You have to finish the race with 3,000 calories of food. Water's heavy, so they're not actually required to have water. They're required to have water containers and a stove and fuel and a pot to boil snow, so they always would be able to get water. That sounds really easy, but when it's 40 below, it is not real easy to get snow turned into water.
Oh, it was brutal. Really cold, like a crosswind, and this last part is a little uphill, and there was someone gaining on us, and so Dre said, "Come on, you gotta go." So, I don't know, it was really tough. Tough finish to the race. I'm really completely spent. Got nothing left.
Winner?
Yes.
You won? Yeah.
Is this your first winner?
Yeah, if you just just keep doing it enough times, eventually you might win. And we're all like, yeah, right.
That 30 below stuff between 53 just crushed a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Oh, yeah.
You could feel it too. It was like
Yeah.
turned into a bank of cold air. It was unbelievable. Good job, man.
That was so awesome.
Way to go.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Nice work.
I decided not to sleep just because I was so far up in the women's field that I didn't want to stop and nap, because then everyone else would have gotten ahead of me, because I knew that none of them were going to stop and sleep.
Welcome to the finish line! Congratulations! Let's hold on, sleds aren't across the line. 3 more steps. Don't do that, teasing. I'm teasing. All right, let's get you guys inside. We'll get your gear checked.
Right? See you guys, we got an issue here. We got a little issue here with ice.
Please just crush the ice.
Oh, sure.
140.
Okay. So.
It's a helmet.
Oh, that is solid. All right, let's just see if we can try and
please.
slide it off here.
Maybe off the
Yes.
back.
Okay, let's pull off the top here. There we go.
Got it?
Okay, keep pushing if you can.
It's like childbirth.
There we go. Yeah, side there maybe by the ear. All right, we got a face. We got a face. There we go.
Oh.
Nice job, man.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. I've never had to do that before. Excited?
Yeah. Your brother did good, didn't he?
We got the first place foot people here.
Congratulations.
Well done.
It was one of those things where, we had spent probably 30 miles together, so we didn't really have that conversation too much, like, hey, we're gonna cross at the same time, right? It was one of those things where it was just as soon. Having that shared bond for that amount of time, getting to know him through the whole experience, it was really kind of cool.
We found that our tempo is similar, our way of life is similar, vision of ultra running is similar, and I was delighted to meet him and to share some trail with him. I ran a lot of very demanding and extreme races, from Indian Himalayas, Badwater, Sahara Desert, Namibia Desert, Amazon Jungle Ultramarathon, but this race is the top. How many people drop out? More than half. That means something, yeah?
We had a 36% finish rate, 39 bikers out of 75 finished, 13 people on foot out of 64 finished, and no skiers finished. People just had a wonderful time. Even the ones that we call a DNF did not finish. They're thanking me. They had an adventure, and that's what they're here for.
You did it! You did it!
Oh, it's tough. And cold.
Why can't I finish Arrowhead? That's what I keep asking myself, why? I always think I'm gonna beat it. Like Ken, the race director, and he's a good friend and he's just a great guy. But after I went out so early this year, he told my buddy Mike that, you know, Bill's really in trouble. He might wanna, you know, quit. And then I don't know, he said he was just trying to be nice, but he says, Bill, you might wanna try it on a bike. Which is, you know, and I'm a really good biker. I've rode Ram. I've rode across America in 16 days, 18 hours a day on the bike seat. But it just is another level tougher on foot at Arrowhead. And I'm not gonna, I told Ken later, I said, Ken, you kind of hurt my feelings on that a little bit. Because I'm gonna finish this thing. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish. I never quit, ever. Or compromise. And if for some reason Ken didn't let me in the race or something, you know, I mean, I'd go out there the week before and do it. By myself, you know, I just would do it. I think we all have a purpose in life, I really do. And my purpose is to show people not to quit. Every race, every event, I give it everything I have. And part of giving it everything you have is if you don't make it, you come back and you try again. All you did was you lost a round in a fight. That's all I did. I lost 8 rounds in Arrowhead, and I'm coming back for the 9th this year. It's just a round in a fight, and you're like Rocky, man. All you want to do is survive it. Get to the 10th round and finish.